2, 1. Amigas y amigos de Metalópolis, ¿cómo están? Qué gusto me da poder darles la bienvenida a un episodio más en esta seguidilla que tenemos de entrevistas en inglés. Hemos tenido muy buenas experiencias platicando con músicos de diferentes ámbitos del mundo del heavy metal que ya tienen proyectos reconocidos. Pero es muy importante mencionar también aquellas bandas que están surgiendo en el mundo del metal. Hemos platicado, Eric, en muchas ocasiones sobre quiénes serán estos nuevos actores que se quedarán en los grandes espacios, perdón, cuando las bandas que conocemos se retiren, ¿no? Y en esta ocasión tenemos la oportunidad de platicar con la banda Área 51, una banda de Melodic Death Metal de Estados Unidos, quienes nos estarán visitando próximamente el 22 de febrero en Ciudad de México en el concierto que Eyescream Productions trae junto a Imperial Triumphant y Rotting Christ. Así que, Eric, ¿qué te parece si vamos dando la bienvenida a nuestros invitados de esta ocasión?
Me parece súper, verdad, muy contento porque aparte está la casa llena, tenemos a todos los integrantes, así que vamos a ir presentando a ellos y bueno, a preguntarles un poquito sobre su formación, que es lo que nos interesa, ¿no, Valente?
Claro que sí, tienes razón, tenemos casa llena en esta ocasión, entonces por ahí si de repente hay algún tipo de problema con la conexión, una disculpa, pero pues qué mejor que tener a toda la banda, ¿no? Para conocer también todos los puntos de vista que involucra tener a todos, a todo tipo de músicos en un proyecto. Así que Eric, sin más,
Ok, bueno, pues empezamos. Hey, guys, welcome. Hi Trent, Sacra Victoria, Adam, Vera Velasco, and some user, we don't know your name, so please start by introducing yourself and then we can start with the questions.
Sure.
That's Cooper.
Is Cooper
Yes.
there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
Hey, he's under unknown user, or Zoom user.
Okay. Yeah, Cooper, introduce yourself.
All right. Hey, my name's Cooper Dustman, and I play drums for Area 51.
welcome, Cooper.
Okay, excellent. Welcome, Cooper. And you Trent, which instrument do you play?
I'm one of the guitarists for the band.
Okay, excellent. Adam?
Hola a todos. Muchas gracias por escuchando a todas estas entrevistas y cosas como así. Yo espero yo puedo verte en Ciudad de México en ese concierto. Estoy muy emocionado por eso. Soy el cantante por Área 51. Muchísimas gracias.
Excellent. Welcome, Adam. Now, Sacra Victoria.
Hello, I'm Sakra and I play lead guitar in Area 51.
Okay, excellent. And finally, Vena Velasco.
Yes, Buena. Hello, I'm Buena Velasco. I'm the bass player for Area 51.
Welcome, buena.
Thank you.
So, guys, first of all, Area 51 is a young project that will be playing in Mexico City on the 22nd of February with amazing bands like Imperial Triumphant, right? For those people who are attending that show and do not know your music yet, please tell us a little bit about the band history and how could you describe the sound of Area 51?
Well, the band history is basically that, but right around the time of the pandemic, the band was formed and it was between myself and another guitarist that used to be in the band, and for that foundational moment, and a bass player as well that was there for those foundational moments. But it's melodic death metal in style. I would say that the lead guitars are pretty edgy. Like they kind of give the melodic death metal a little bit. It's definitely guitar heavy in terms of our sound. In terms of vocals, it's like a lot of guttural death metal styled vocals, but at the same time, I use my entire vocal range for this band. So I'm also doing like the super power metal highs and, really, large, clean vocals as well, operatic choirs, things like that. So it covers the full range of metal vocals, actually. We also, all of the orchestrations that you'll be hearing are from, because we do have some orchestra. It is like a symphonic, sound to the music as well. So all of those arrangements are mainly created by Jack Dreesen, from X After Forever and X Mayan, and that's how I know him, of course. But Sakura, what do you think our music's kind of like? Sakura's one of the newer members of the band, so she kind of has, I think, a fresh take on what she's like thinks the music kind of sounds like. So, Sakura, what do you think?
Yeah, that was one of my favorite things about the band. Obviously, was when I heard the music, I joined the band, but I would absolutely listen to the music even if I wasn't in the band. It'd be honestly like one of my favorite bands. I just love the combination of all the different vocal styles. That's like one of my least favorite things about listening to certain bands is that every single song has the same vocal style. And if you don't like that, that can be kind of a turnoff. But with all the different styles, it's just like a constant refresher when you're listening to the song. It's just like, oh, what's next? There's that constant like surprise, which I like. And then obviously I love all the guitar harmony parts. I love that it is very like heavy riff focused. It's got that low end with 7 string, which is cool. The solo spots are really interesting and uniquely placed, I think, and the parts themselves are really unique. I just think overall the music has a little bit of everything that's great in metal.
Okay, excellent, cool. That's a very nice description. So why choosing melodic death metal as opposed to black metal, thrash, symphonic, or other styles? What's in this melodic death music that makes it so appealing?
Let me jump on the bandwagon on that one, because I'm going to hop on board here and just say that I think why it's appealing is because I think we transcend and we cross a lot of genres. We have parts that are really thrashy and really fun. We have a song that's very deeply rooted in some black metal style riffage, that then moves into more transitional parts that can sometimes be like a little more approachable for some people in other styles of metal. And so we've taken like little sections of everything and I think infused them really well to create something that's really, really special.
I think that that is really awesome. When a band came along, no one genre in metal, but combined a lot of elements, I found that really amazing. One of the first things that catches the attention about the Area 51 is the name. The name is a popular military song also in the United States related to alien stuff. But for the same reason, maybe it's a really popular name for another kind of project. What do you take the decision to call the name Area 51?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you very well. What was your final sentence there where you asked your question?
Why did you take the decision to call the band Area 51?
Oh, it was actually, it's somewhat related to the lyrical content of the band, actually. So the name Area 51, number one, it was something that was familiar, but as you say, as you're aware of, but it's a place in the United States where, all of us maybe think that there's something, that could potentially be different or unique going on, but it's just surrounded by mystery. And so we wanted a name that was kind of mysterious. And at the same time, like, if we wanted to go in as citizens and just kind of look at Area 51 and see what they were doing, we wouldn't be allowed to do that. So it's not something we can just go in and put our hands on and tell everybody, like conspiracy theorists or anything like that. We can't say, hey, you're actually just crazy, or something. We couldn't do something like that. We don't know. So instead, because we can't go in and check on something like that, we can't do that as an individual. The band's lyrical content and most of the songs are also about things that we can't easily fix as a single person. So there's a lot of things and issues going on in our world that one person alone can't just tackle and fix. So instead, it's going to take something much grander, to fix those problems. So this album's kind of about some of those big problems, but also about how we overcome those problems, how we live in a world that has problems like these. and still live out our lives in the best way possible. So
Okay,
that's kind of how it all connects.
okay. And with that kind of name, what are your strategies to stand out from other projects that carry also the name Area 51?
Well, there's been a couple bands that did try and do that. There was even a metal band years ago. I think they were like, I don't remember what country they were from, but they were trying to do something with that name. It didn't go anywhere. So, we're not really worried about it. Well, at least I don't know about everybody else, but I'm not concerned about it. As far as I'm concerned, like this band name really fits our band and the things that we're talking about in this band. I don't know what the other people were doing or if it even mattered to them, but we're doing what we can do, and hopefully people love it.
Great. So now let's talk about the US scene, the heavy metal scene. How do you lead that challenge of being on that US heavy metal scene? How competitive is it for emerging bands like yours?
I think that Cooper and Wenna might be good people to answer this question. You guys want to take a shot at that one?
Yeah, I'll take this one. So yeah, in the United States, it's like multiple countries when you look at how large it is and how much space there is to cover. Live shows are still very important. So it helps to do, even if you can't do like a full US tour, you can still do West Coast run or East Coast run, especially to hit the bigger cities. So that's kind of the goal. But we kind of have more of a global approach starting off. We realize how passionate people are from other countries, especially when it comes to the art of the music. They show a little more resolve. And because of that, we are looking more into places like South America and Europe to kind of kick it off, because US is a big market, and there's a lot of big fish there, and a lot of times strategically you kind of want to find out who's enjoying your music the most, and then kind of go off of that. So I think US market's still very important for us, and because it's so competitive, we're trying to think a little more outside the box. And also, we played a show in Santiago last year for our first show ever with Dark Tranquility, and it just went so well. We were so happy and pleased with not just the fans, but the people putting the show on, the agents, everyone involved from the ground up. Just really inspired us. And so because of that, we're like, okay, this seems like if the passion's there, then that's where we will go. So we like what we saw, and that's kind of our plan of attack starting off this year.
Okay, and Wenna, what do you think?
It's very competitive out here in the US, but I think there are still tons of, like symphonic or melodic metal fans out here too. I would go play everywhere. I think the music is very marketable, anywhere. And if the music is great, it doesn't really matter where you play. I think you'll gain, like fans along the way. I don't know, like I just played with different bands, and it's they all got their little market and like group of like fans, I would say. But I think like with what we're doing and with the music being very diverse, like it's really not that hard to win their hearts.
Yeah, so to talk a little bit about your technical side, can you tell us a little about the process of composing your music, and what is the message that you want to share through your music?
I'm sure. When this band started, most of the songs are made or were constructed either by me as kind of acting like a songwriter and producer for the band, like an in-house producer, I'd say. So, you know, I would help kind of put the songs together, or I would have an idea for, you know, a section that I wanted to sound kind of like this. And so I would kind of give a little bit of direction on that. And then, you know, either the guitarist or the drummer would come in and, you know, write something. And then, you know, if that fit well, then great. And if it didn't, then, you know, I might go in and, you know, want a couple changes here and there, and then we would make that change. At that point, you know, then once all of the music was done, I would come in and start writing the melodic lines for the vocals. So it always went in that direction. First, it was, let's make something that sounds really cool, just instrumentally, and then add vocals after that. And then once that was done, I write the lyrics after that. So I usually kind of let the songs carry, you know, like I let the music come out first, and then I start writing what lyrics I think would be cool that would go well with that song. So usually it's not the other way around for me.
Okay. That's perfect. And do you think that you have any general message that you wanna share through your music? Or maybe not. It's also okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if we have a general message. I think there is a general message. I think it's I would say general message from our music is not to put up with you know, not to be complacent. Make sure that you stand up for what you believe in and what you think is right. I think that's what our music's about.
That's a really good message.
Yeah, exactly. That's a great message, to always be true to yourself. That's very important in these political times, right?
Yeah.
So, so a few minutes ago, Cooper was mentioning this concert, this Era 51 concert with Dark Tranquility in Chile. So now I want to know, how was that experience for you, and what did you think of the reception from this Latin American audience?
Trent, you want to start this one off?
Yeah. Oh my God. It was unbelievable. I mean, I can't even describe how intense and how incredible the fans were, and how rabid they were just for metal, to be there and be a part of it. And it was this whole energy we've had where it's like they were almost part of the show as well, and we fed off that and gave more energy, and they gave more energy, and it was just this wild cycle of energy that made it just an absolutely phenomenal show. It was so much fun. So I look forward to Adam's told me many times Mexico City might outdo this, and I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah,
Excellent.
Cooper, you want to answer that one too?
Yeah. Oh yeah. You could tell that it's like a ritual for people when they get time to take, you know, moments out of their life to go to a concert, and you know, it's almost like I was watching them put on a show. They were so into it, and it's so inspiring. It's like, you know, we don't always get that reward. You know, we work hard as musicians, and when you finally see it affecting people in a positive way and able to, like, you know, shine that through their lifestyle, because it's more of a lifestyle. It's not just a hobby. You know, why people like metal, and it makes everything just made sense. I was like, I had no more doubts. I was like, this is what living's all about, and you know, we felt really good about that.
Excellent. Yeah, so that is the magic of live music, right?
That's it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll also say, like, in every interview that we kind of give, I try to give like a little bit of a, I don't know, like something that that I've never said in another interview. And so in this one, I'll share with you a little story about that actually. So, because Trent kind of mentioned that, yeah, I have maybe said that Mexico City is going to be pretty wild. So, I remember my first time in performing in Mexico, and there were these barriers, like these like steel barriers in front of the stage, and I remember thinking, I mean, I wonder what that's for, besides like, and then I realized, of course, in the middle of the show, and especially after the show, when fans were just like pushing these big steel barriers and and trying to get over them, and all of the security guards were like holding them back, and like it was intense. Like the fans were so wild in Mexico, and just it was such a cool feeling. And so then, of course, so you like walk over to the barrier, and the fans are just like they're just like so happy that you came to say hello and to talk to them, and the security guards are of course like right there, but nonetheless, like it's very cool. Like the people there are they're really excited, and they really do. They put on a show for us too, man. I'm so excited to come back and perform there. And, that's why we're coming back, or that's why I'm coming back to Mexico City, is because I thought that would be a cool place to do a show for Area 51. So this was a choice. So we're going there because we want to go there. So
be prepared to take a lot of pictures with the fans, because the fans here are crazy. So
yeah, super intense.
Yeah. No, we're excited to be there. We're coming there specifically for those fans. That's why we're going. So yeah. So any fans watching this, like, thank you for being fans. Like that is the only reason we're coming to Mexico City, is because of you all. So thank you.
Excellent. So this next question is for Sacra and Vena, being the two most recent members. So how did you join the band, and what do you think is your best quality that you can add up to this project of Area 51?
Sacra, you want to go first?
Yeah. So my best quality. I don't know. I would say it's pretty cool to have a female guitarist who can play.
That's true.
Cool quality. I don't know if it's my best, but but yeah, no, that's pretty cool. Sorry, what was the first question?
Yeah, how did you join the band? How was the process of just getting with them?
Yeah, I'm assuming it had something to do with my Instagram posts. I think Adam mentioned that before. I don't know if it had something to do with my corpse paint videos specifically, but it might have. But I'm sure he just, saw that I shredded and played riffs and pretty decently and liked to paint my face. Maybe that had something to do with it. I don't know. But yeah, that's how I joined the band. Adam sent me the music, and I was like, wow, this is awesome. I just love the diversity of it, and I love the whole vibe of the band, the experimental reptilian thing with the costumes, the extravagant vibe, overdone. Honestly, I love that. I think it's amazing. So yeah, that's how I joined the band.
The magic of the corpse paint.
Yeah. Yeah. As for me, Adam actually reached out to me. I've been on hiatus for a little while. After 2020, I just kind of, just would play shows here and there, but nothing, as serious as before or full time. And when he reached out to me, I was like, oh, do you have a sample music that I could listen to? Because of course, I would love to check it out first before I get back into it. And it's a little hard to convince me. Yeah, sorry for other people who asked me, but yeah, I've been kind of rejecting projects, but when I heard of Area 51's music, that definitely changed my mind. I had to change heart, and and I thought it was pretty cool. The music is, it was pretty good. It's just totally like well written. And Adam's a great singer, and that's actually one of the reasons why I like said yes. And as far as best quality, I think as a musician, for me, my best quality would be dedication. When I say yes to a band, like I would fully commit. Um, and not only that, like, I'll try my best to basically like contribute more to the band. Like right now, I'm still like learning and writing, and I'm just very excited to be able to add more of like my style into this kind of music, because there's plenty of room to play around, as far as like bass lines. And I do a lot of like finger bass and slap bass and tapping here and there. So I think, that will be pretty cool. And I think that's one of my best quality as well.
Yeah, dedication is super important. No people have it. And so now there is a question that I would like that everyone can answer, please. Now that you are coming to Mexico, you are coming in less than a month. What are you guys expecting from the Mexican audience?
I'm expecting insanity.
Okay. Cooper?
Insanity
Yeah.
and just an overall good time, amazing show.
Perfect, Trent.
Yeah, I'm expecting quite a bit, because I know it also goes the other way around. We expect a lot from ourselves for this show, because it means a lot. It really does to us. So we are really emphasizing to do just play our best, and having that chance means more than we've had in the past. So it's a big deal, but people just better be ready. That's all I can tell them, because we hit hard.
That's a good answer.
Yeah, I think that for me, what I'm expecting from fans, I don't have any expectations that honestly, I think that the fans in Mexico I know they're incredible. So I just want them to be themselves. Just come out and have a good time. We're all gonna have a great time. Like the other guys were kind of mentioning, like, we're gonna share that energy, and just kind of get into like a very cool state where, we're gonna flow with what we've got, and we hope that the fans like are open to listening to some songs that they haven't heard on an album yet. Maybe that's the one thing, I would say. Obviously we have our first song, that we put out is called Victims, and you have that music video for it. So you have an idea of what you're in for, but that's just one of them. Like, the other songs are not just like that. They all have something special and unique. And if you don't show up on time to the show, you're gonna miss something. And you can't just come in to the last song and be like, "Oh, I understand this band now." That's not gonna work. Like, every single song, Wena kind of, I think, mentioned this. Like, every song has something special, something unique that the other ones don't. Like, they all flow together, very well, and it's going to make a great album, which we're already in the process of recording. But you're going to miss something if you miss one song.
That's important point also. Be punctual. Be ready at the point that the gates open to hear from the first song to the last song, from the first band to the last band. It's always really nice. And also, sorry, Sakura and Wena, this is going to be your live debut with Era 51. What are you girls expecting?
I'm expecting everyone's minds to be blown and faces to be melted on the floor. That's what I'm expecting. And just a lot of high energy and a lot of love from the crowd. And honestly, they're gonna probably remember this forever, hopefully. That would be the goal for me personally, is to make it something they remember.
Were you wanna?
I think I'm just expecting for them to really dig the music and just have fun and be a memorable night for them as well.
Excellent. So yeah, for all Mexican fans watching and listening, please be punctual. We're not very punctual normally, but we'll try this time. Hope that, right? And just get into the mood, right? That's the important thing, I guess. So guys, we're almost finishing, but I want to ask you before closing this interview, where do you see Area 51 in the next, say, 2 and 5 years?
Ooh. Who wants to start with that one? Trent, you want to go with that? Cooper? Yeah.
Yeah, definitely extensive touring. We're excited because our first album, we finished drums and we have guitars in the works. We were working on backing vocals last week. The whole band was working on doing vocals, backup vocals for this record. So things are moving really fast to the point where I'm kind of ready to start writing again and to keep something on the workbench. So, we really developed a groove with this first album on how to one of the songs, I think 2 of the songs that we had written towards the end, toward the last 2 songs, came so quickly because we had a groove of just kind of letting the song write itself and always trying to do something a little different. So yeah, because of that, I'm ready to start writing again. So extensive touring and a new album, that's what people can definitely expect in the next 2 to 5 years, I suppose.
Great. And in a near future, what can we expect from Area 51 in this 2025?
Oh yeah, we're looking to release this album that we're working on now. Have been working on this year. We will be shopping it to record labels. So in the event that they pick it up and they want to decide on a different release date, then that's what's going to happen. But everything's moving really well. No hang-ups. So we're ready to release it this year. And we've been working on this stuff for a very long time. And we understand how important it is for fans to have more music because they are killing us asking for more. All we have is one song. It's not enough. It's really not. And the least we could do is offer more music. So yes, you can expect it this year.
Awesome.
Okay, so somebody else for that question, or that's it basically.
I'll piggyback on it. So I think absolutely you're going to see us at festivals, doing other cool shows all over the world. Europe, United States, South America, Central America, Mexico, and North America in general, right? But yeah, I think that there's another place that I'm thinking we're probably gonna go as well, but I don't want to say anything about that right now. But yeah, there's gonna be some cool stuff. We are gonna release this album. It is gonna be. It should be done pretty quick. I mean, we're just waiting, we're just in the middle of guitar recordings right now. And then it's my turn to kind of like jump in and do some vocals and, have Lena jump in and do some bass at the same time. And so the release date does depend on the involvement of a record label. So, that's unfortunately we can't control that. But we would like it to be out as soon as possible. And when we are talking with record labels, one thing that we can do, I'm sure, is get some more singles out. So we'll get some more music videos and things like that. It's just we have to hold off on that until we hear from the record labels, because they might also choose which songs they want music videos for to help them promote it. So it kind of depends on those things. So that's, I think, what you can look forward to. But kind of like Cooper was saying, honestly, like, I'm ready to get back in and start writing the next album. Like, I'm hungry for it. I'm already having ideas all the time, and I'm like, oh, that would be good. Trent is too. I know Trent's got some ideas up his sleeve already that, so we're kind of all like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that. And we're like, no, we're going to, like, we have to finish, we're finishing this, we're working on these things and getting this done. But I will tell you that this show came up sooner than we projected. When I talked with Eyescream, and the question was like, when should we start doing something like this and thinking about a show? And I kind of gave them, the answer of like April, because I figure we'll be done recording the album by February, March, something like that. And then they came to us and said, with this show opportunity, and we all thought, like, we took a vote and there was no way we could pass this, opportunity up. So we were like, okay, let's do the show. Well, and then we'll get back into, just the recording groove again, 100%. So drums are all done. The guitars, we're still like, just getting like technical things kind of worked out with. In terms of like the recordings and making everything sound great. And then, we're ready to go, but we've set aside a little bit of our focus to prepare for giving the fans in Mexico City something freaking awesome. So, so that's what's going on.
Yeah, so I just want to say that Rotten Christ and Imperial Triumphant are really dear bands here in Mexico. So this is gonna be a really full venue. It's a big venue also. So this is a really good market to get a new Area 51 fans.
Absolutely.
Exactly. And we are looking forward to that show, and also to watching those videos, to listening to those singles and the full record. But guys, we are almost done with this interview. We're running out of time. Please share your social media so that we can find all this information of your next releases and live shows, please.
We will.
We will.
So you can share with us the Area 51's social medias. Where can we find the new music, the new videos, and all the stuff?
Oh, right now, sure. You can find us on Instagram and Facebook and Spotify and YouTube. So for the Area 51 Instagram is really easy to locate. It's just the @ symbol and then Area 51 _metal. And from there will be a link in our description that will send you to our page where you can access everything. You'll be able to access the website, which is actually currently being worked on, a new version of it in the web store, because we have some merch to share with you all. And as well, we've got the music video link in there, every other link to any page. So the Instagram is probably the best and the easiest one to go to. But if you look up in YouTube, just look up Area 51 Victims is the name of that song with the music video. And I think that's the easiest way to find us, is YouTube Area 51 Victims.
Perfect. So we will see you guys in a couple of weeks at Mexico City. Thank you very much for your time for this talk here in Metalópolis podcast. If there is anything else that you want to say, the microphone is all yours.
Anyone want to add something, or are you guys good?
Oh yeah, prepare yourselves.
Just look forward to
coming for you.
Sorry, go ahead. I just look forward to meeting a bunch of fans, meeting you guys, and having a great time in Mexico City.
We'll be there.
Yep. Same here. Looking forward to seeing you all and to screaming with you all. and you guys are very loud, and so I'm gonna see if you can give me a run for my money.
And we're excited to have a drink afterwards. Don't leave that part out. Very important.
Yeah, that's right.
We love you.
Celebration will be happening.
Mezcal, tequila, yes, all of the great things there. So I know there's a lot of artisanal art there, and we are really, all of us are really into that, actually. Artisanal food, artisanal beverages, everything, you know, so anything artistic, everyone. So
Yeah.
Excellent.
keep up with the good art. Later.
I'm super glad that you mentioned mezcal first. So yeah, let's
Yeah.
let's have one.
That's number one.
Banda, Sakura, some final words just to wrap this up.
Yeah, I'm just so excited to play the show. Personally, it's the biggest and most badass show I have ever played. So for me, it's like a personal thing. I'm so excited to go to another country, and especially Mexico. It sounds so cool. I also love mezcal and food and tequila. So I probably won't be having a drink or two.
Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to be playing in Mexico City. Mexico. I've never played in Mexico, honestly. So this is going to be my first time as well. I'm very excited.
Yes.
Excellent, dude.
Yeah.
I would say definitely to the fans, like, you know, I know you will make it extra special, but for some of those band members that haven't, I know they don't know what they're in for. So, like, you know, don't hold back.
It's gonna be an interesting experience for the less. So, sorry, I'm gonna make this in Spanish. Así que, amigos de Metalópolis, estamos finalizando esta videollamada con nuestros amigos de Área 51, banda de Melodic Death Metal, que se estará presentando el próximo 22 de febrero en el pabellón oeste del Palacio de los Deportes, junto a Imperial Triumphant y Rotting Christ, en un evento de Eyescream Productions. No se lo pierdan, es un eventazo, la verdad. Son 3 bandas de 3 estilos diferentes del metal. Va a estar buenísimo, nosotros vamos a estar por ahí también. Entonces, por ahí nos vemos. Eric, ¿algo más que decir?
Pues que no se pierdan, yo estoy muy intrigado sobre qué van a tocar, cómo va a estar el show. Ya me dejaron así con el misterio del Área 51. Pero bueno, ahora sí vámonos. Guys, thank you very much for your time, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Bye.
See you soon. We're coming for you.
Bye.
See you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.